You ever just think like, man, am I doing the right thing? Like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Do you ever get that feeling? Because in this video, I'm going to start from stage 1 all the way up to stage whatever. I'm going to break down the stages of how to know you're becoming successful. And I do believe for some people it can be a little bit different. There's not just one way. But I'm going to give you guys the basics. I'm going to give you guys some insight on things that just happened on your path to success. And there's a reason. There's a strong reason why some people actually end up becoming successful and some actually don't. There's reasons for this. There's way more people in this world, let me be clear, that are not successful than are successful. And there's a reason for it. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, man, to become successful. To actually become successful, it takes a lot. And there's different levels of success. You can define success in many different ways. But only you know yourself, to be honest, if you are successful or not. Some people can think they are, some people can not think they are, and they are, because someone might have a life, but if somebody else had their life, they might feel successful and somebody else doesn't in the position that they're in. And I'm just going to start from the start and break this down. So basically, when you're on the path to success, in the beginning, depending on how you start off in life, depending on who is around you in life, if you're around other successful people to begin with, it's going to be very different. But let's say you're a person, you were not around anyone that was successful. Your family, not successful. Your friends, not successful. Even your teachers, not successful. They're teachers. And I feel some teachers are successful, to be honest, and some aren't. Because some literally love what they do, which is success. And they do create a decent life for themselves, which is success. And they actually enjoy it, but some teachers just don't. You know what I mean? So there's different levels of success. So I feel if you don't come from a rich family, you're going to go through stages where like a lot of people is just going to drop from your life immediately. You're going to hit a certain time, you're going to have a certain mindset about yourself where it's like, you know what? You're only starting to get more eager and eager and eager. And some people, they just have it in them, man. Some people literally, it's like their life depends on it. It's like they would not be all right if they did not do this. It's like anything else they do, it just don't make sense. So it's like they have to do this. They have to do what they have to do because they know that's the only way. Now, when you're in that stage, like I said, a lot of people's going to drop from your life. And you know in your mind that these people around you are no good for you. Like, you know that for a fact. And you're only going to start to get less tolerant to these people as you grow older. You can tolerate them when you were a younger kid, but it's like once you start to become and you creep up to an adult, and the age of an adult, you start making better decisions because your time is only getting closer and closer and closer. And you know that. So a lot of people are let go. And you're on your path. And it doesn't just get good. It's not how it works. You're not just gonna, you're doing all the right things, everything's gonna go smooth now. Complete opposite of how it actually happens. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You're making the right steps by cutting people off that are just no good for you. They're stopping your growth. They're holding you back. They have no visions themselves. It's just, they're literally no good for you. It has nothing to do with them being a no good person completely. They're just no good for you. And they're actually very toxic to you and your life and where you want to go and what you want to do. And they might even downplay it. They might even talk smack about it. So it's like, yep, these people really got to go. So you do that. You're on your path. You might start trying things here and there and here, and doing whatever you're going to do. And there's a good chance things ain't just going to go completely smooth right away. You're going to try things. You're going to do things. And some things ain't going to work. You're going to go down these paths. You're going to try certain things. Some things might not work. But you're eventually going to land on the thing that works. And in these moments, you're going to go through a lot of adversity. You're going to be thinking to yourself, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? You're going to doubt yourself 100 million times. Like in your mind, you'll never doubt yourself hard enough to the point where you quit or you stop. It's just these little fleety thoughts that come. And it's like, am I supposed to be doing this? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I know I'm called for something. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And these are things you're going to be telling yourself. And what I have to say to that is keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Allow yourself to eliminate those thoughts and outwork your own thoughts. As you continue to have those fleety doubts, you keep putting in that work. You keep putting in that work. You keep putting in that work. You show up every single day. And you put in that work. That's where the magic happens. Especially when you're on the path, when you have no successful people around you. Because if you have successful people around you from the beginning, it's going to be a much easier path. You're most likely going to be given a path. You will be guided. You will be mentored. You will be told what to do. You'll have people literally in your life. So it's going to be a much different situation. But in this situation, where it's just you had no successful people around you at all. It's going to be much more difficult, a lot more adversity, but your wins are going to be much bigger. You're going to feel a lot more accomplished. No one can make excuses for your success. Because a lot of these people that come from rich families, and I'm not the one to put this on them, but oh, look at rich boy, oh, look at rich girl, came from the rich family, of course they're rich, and making up excuses, you know what I mean? It still takes a lot of work. You can never downplay anybody's success at all. It doesn't matter who they are. You can't downplay anything, and that's just the mindset of a loser. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. It still takes work, no matter who you are, no matter how you were brought up. Sure, you could have had an easier path, but you still got to do the work. It's just quite a bit harder to find your path when you got to do it by yourself. Nobody else. No handouts, no nothing. Just you. You got to create something out of nothing. So it could be a lot more difficult. But once you get your path, once you hit your momentum, you're off to the races. And it doesn't mean you can slack. You got to keep putting in that work as if nothing's happening. Keep putting in that work like nothing is happening. And this is how you know you're on the path to success. When a lot of these things, as I mentioned, happens. The people falling out of your life. And then you face a lot of adversity. Things might not go your way for a long time, but you keep going because you know. Also, another way to know that you're on the right path to success and how you're actually becoming successful, this is confirmation. You know it in your heart. Like, you literally, like, it's so strong. It's not even funny. You can still have those fleeting doubts, but in your heart, you still know. You still know there's something for you. There's no doubt about it. You're that talented, you're that gifted, you're that hardworking, and it's like you just know that there's things you can do that's just a lot better than what's been seen in this world. Like, you know you have something. You have something. You know you do. You know you're not cut out for a regular, normal, cliche life. You know you got something. And you might not have even figured it out yet. But you're on that path. And this is real shit. You're on that path. You have those fleeting doubts. You're working your tail off. You're doing all the right things. And that's how you know you're on that right path to becoming successful. It's not just an easy way. You're not going to be given that path. You're not going to get results in a snap of a finger. It's very highly unlikely. And if you do, that just means you couldn't handle the adversity. You needed that to happen because you weren't strong enough to handle your adversity. God gave it to you that easy because that's what you needed. If you had to battle for it, if you had to fight for it, if you had to go through a lot of adversity, that's because you're much tougher, more resilient. Your blessings will be much bigger when it's all said and done. And that's what that means. And even the people that might hit lightning in a bottle and just instantly become successful, they're going to have more problems, more challenges and tribulations in the future. That's just how it works. If you look at a bunch of successful people, there's usually a point that they get to. You know, they're probably given success fairly easy. Not easy, because it's never easy. Easier, we'll say. They're going to have to face more problems maybe halfway through their journey. Maybe a quarter way through. Maybe 3/4, maybe near the end. But you're always going to be dealt with different types of pains of life. Different types. You know, it's an unusual thing, but it's really how it is. No one has it easy. Absolutely nobody has it easy. You could be doing not much, just getting by. You could be pretty happy with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. You still have it hard. There's certain things about it, you still have it hard. No one has it easy. If you're living a life, everybody has it hard. Everybody. That's why it blows my mind how some people can look at some individuals, even professional athletes, that make millions every single year. Some of the highest paid athletes making millions and millions and millions every single year. People can look at Conor McGregor, let's say, and envy him because he made $3 million. Or $100 million. I mean, Floyd made $300 million in their boxing match, but he made like $100 million. He definitely made more than that, but that was his guaranteed purse. I bet he made 150, 200 million just in that match alone. People can look at that and they can envy him. But they did not do all the work that he did. People did not suffer as much as he did to get to that point. In the UFC, all the weight cuts that he had to go through, nearly taking his own life, getting down to 145 pounds. There's just so much that goes into it. People can look at your final result and envy it, not seeing all the work that you had to do. Nobody has it easy. You think he had it easy? You think he was just gifted a $100 million fight? Oh yeah, it must be nice. You are a moron. Nobody in this world got it easy. Nobody. And it's all about what you want, to be honest. It's all about what's going to satisfy you. That's what you should go for. If you're satisfied with average, that's what you should do. If you're not satisfied with average, if you need more, it's like you need more just to be able to live, because you there's just something in you that it's like, you know what, buddy, we're going to get more, because let's get more. This ain't it. Let's get more. Like, there's just something in you. Do it. Do it. Do whatever your intuition tells you to do. Do not fight your own intuition. Do not go against the grain of your own mind and your own spirit. Some people are built a little different in this world. Some people are cut out to achieve certain things in this world. And you should do whatever your heart desires to do. That's what I think you should do. And then there's some people that they really do want more. They really do. But they want to fool themselves into thinking that they're happy with their current life. And they're just not. They know they want more. It's like they do need more, but they just can't pull the trigger. They just can't do it. I know people like that. I know people like that. And you don't want to be that person, because you're going to live the rest of your life in regret because of what you did not do. Do not let that be you. Do not let that be you. Go through the growing pains. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing. You have the ability to change things around at any given time. Small changes can lead to massive changes. Massive. Massive. You'd be surprised what you can do, starting off by making little positive changes to your life. It's called life momentum. Once you get that ball rolling, man, you did this, now you got to do this. You did that, now you got to do this. You did this, now you got to do this. You did this, now you got to do this. Now you're on top of the mountain. So these little things that you did first, they keep adding up all the way to the top of the mountain. And you did it. For me, I got real dedicated with the gym. Real dedicated. I was always a naturally built guy. Athletic, played sports. Hella sports. A lot of sports. But I went next level in the gym. And the amount of time and discipline I put in there made everything else a lot easier. Because of how hard I busted my ass in the gym. Not normal. Not normal at all. Not normal looking. A specimen. You know what I mean? And it's things like that, man. It's like you really hit those next levels. And things can just start to turn. And that's just an example of one. But you do certain things, it can change your mind. When your body changes, whenever you do certain things out in the real world, your mind changes too. Not just your body, but your mind. Your thoughts, your ideas, your concepts, your beliefs, your morals. Everything changes so fast. You could have been blinded your whole life to something in particular, and you finally seen the truth of something. Completely change your perspective on a lot of things. Now the ball is rolling. Now the ball is rolling. You know what I mean? It's things like that. Anything can happen at any time in this life. This life is very ruthless and it's very magical all at the same time. It is a cold place in this world. Very ruthless, very cutthroat, but very magical at the same time, and you can make anything happen. So before I end this video, I just want to end it by saying, those are the signs. You know, and this is your confirmation that you are becoming successful. You might not have got there yet. You might be on your path. You might be on your purpose. You might, you know what, you might not even know if you're on your purpose. You're like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Blah, blah, blah. I was there before. It's like you don't know. It's like you're working hard. You're doing your thing. It seems like you're doing everything right, but it's like, damn, like, is this really it? Am I supposed to be doing something else? Is this it? Just keep going, brother. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Have faith in God. Have faith in the Lord. Have faith in yourself. and things will turn good. And that's it.